Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Deputies and supervisors with the Chelan County Sheriff's Office can expect a 5% pay raise under their new contracts with the county. Wenatchee Valley firefighters will honor one of their own next week. Enjoy the mild, sunny weather the next few days because big changes are on the way. A Wenatchee woman is recovering tonight after a fall on a trail to Colchuck Lake led to a sizable rescue operation. Sergeant Jason Reinfeld with Chelan County Emergency Management said rescue teams, including the U.S. Army medevac helicopter from Yakima, were mobilized after another hiking party discovered the injured woman about 4 p.m. yesterday. She'd fallen off the trail into a field of boulders about 2.5 miles from the Stewart Lake trailhead. Rescue hikers from Chelan County Mountain Rescue and other agencies arrived on foot to stabilize her, and the helicopter provided an airlift to medical treatment in Yakima. Reinfeld said the woman was 46 years old and suffered apparent back and pelvic injuries in that fall. Deputies and supervisors with the Chelan County Sheriff's Office can expect a 5% pay raise under their new contracts with the county, retroactive to the start of this year. Chelan County Commissioners approved the 3-year agreement Monday between Sheriff Mike Morrison and the Teamsters Union, which represents both groups of employees. The boost in base wages goes to 4% in 2024, followed by another 4% the following year. The contracts also formalize a change in how deputies move up the pay scale, allowing them to reach the high end of the department's offered salary in 6 years instead of the former 20 years. The City of East Wenatchee announced that Phase 1 of the Grant Road Improvement Project will begin on Monday. This phase, installing concrete pavement at the intersection of Grant Road and Eastmont Avenue, is scheduled to be finished by November 6th. The remaining 3 phases of the project are scheduled for spring of next year and will include asphalt overlay as well as upgrading the stormwater system to accommodate runoff from Grant Road. The Wenatchee World and the Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce continued their candidate forums last night. On the podium at Pybus Market's Local Tel Event Center were Wenatchee City Council District 5 candidates Anthony Electrify Williams and Charlie Atkinson. The two were asked questions by moderator and world reporter Oscar Rodriguez, and time was also given to attendees to address the candidates. Topics covered included why they chose to run, homelessness, and one question on what actions the City Council can take to help businesses overcome the challenge of inflation, labor shortages, and lack of affordable workforce housing.
We got to get away from the cell phone model type of business, how we do business with our businesses in our city. And that looks like this. Charlie gets a cell phone. He gets a cell phone, a great deal at $69.99, the new iPhone. I've been with the same company for 7 years, paying taxes for 7 years. And all of a sudden, Charlie gets all the incentives and I don't get it. We've got to figure out a way to incentivize these businesses that have already been here, that have already done the tax, that have already done the work. We're not doing that. We're always looking for a new, better market. It's time for us to steer these funding home. Home is where it belongs, and this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna bring all that ideas here.
I think with businesses, if we can create in our community a commitment to think first locally rather than Amazon and any number of online options. If our first option would be, where can I get this? Can I support my local community? I tell you, we would go a long ways in a lot of ways. And so I'd like to bring a spotlight to that. I think it would not only make a better business community, it'd make a better community if we begin to think first about how we can support our local businesses.
When we come back, the Washington Fish and Wildlife Commission has approved a land transaction to add 650 acres to the existing 2,262 acres of the Chester Butte unit with the Sagebrush Flat Wildlife Area. The 7 Acres Foundation has appointed Maribel Cruz as the first ever executive director for the Lake Chelan Community Center. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today.
Get your favorite beverage and a wide variety of food choices all under one big roof at the Tap Room in Pybus. The Tap Room has the most popular choices for lunch and dinner in the Valley. With unique appetizers, salads, sandwiches, and tasty rice bowls, everybody will find a new favorite dish. Plus many craft beers from Hellbent Brewing, or you can choose wine, cider, or a delightful craft cocktail. Experience the family-friendly Tap Room at Pybus for yourself. It's just what you've been looking for.
Let Mary Maid's custom cleaning experts help you clean up your to-do list. Between work, kids, and pets, it's hard to find time to keep up. Let Mary Maids of Wenatchee help. Mary Maid's cleaning experts can help keep your home or business fresh, neat, and exactly how you'd clean it, if only you had the time. Call now for a free estimate, 509-663-1710. Serving Chelan and Douglas counties, Mary Maids, let us help.
The Washington Fish and Wildlife Commission has approved a land transaction to add 650 acres to the existing 2,262 acres. That's on the Chester Butte unit of the Sagebrush Flat Wildlife Area. The land is located about 7 miles southeast of Mansfield and 13 miles northwest of Cooley City in Douglas County. It's being purchased using the Cooperative Endangered Species Conservation Fund grant for its appraisal value of $230,000. The property includes 2 parking areas and provides space for recreational activities. Once acquired, the land will be used to help further recover the endangered Columbia Basin pygmy rabbit. The 7 Acres Foundation has appointed Maribel Cruz as the first ever executive director for the Lake Chelan Community Center. Cruz is being promoted to this new position from her previous job as director of operations, which she has held for the last year and a half. Cruz is now in charge of overseeing preparations for the community center's opening, which is scheduled for later this fall. Once completed, the center will feature basketball courts, a swimming pool, and many other fun recreational spaces for the people of Chelan. Wenatchee Valley firefighters will honor one of their own next week. Division Chief Ron Roy, who served the fire agencies of Wenatchee and East Wenatchee for 50 years as a volunteer, passed away in August after a battle with cancer. Roy helped muster volunteer firefighters for Chelan County Fire District 1, Douglas County Fire District 2, and eventually for the Wenatchee Valley Fire Department, which consolidated both. Friends and survivors plan a memorial at noon October 14th at the Wenatchee Convention Center with a vehicle procession prior to the service. That memorial will be open to the public. Coming up next, we will bring you our weekly Pause for Pets feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, where you will meet Piggy the dog. Sunny skies and unseasonably warm temperatures over the next few days with big weather changes coming next week. I'll have all the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
At Confluence Health, our mission is clear: to provide exceptional care for our community. We believe in healthcare that's personal and local because we're just like you, members of this great community.
We are Confluence.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
We are Confluence.
Castle Rock International is the Northwest's premier real estate agency for large acreage properties, farms and ranch land, lodging and resorts, waterfront properties, and commercial real estate. Professional, knowledgeable, and discreet, award-winning Castle Rock International has the listings and the highly qualified buyers you have been looking for. Contact John McNamara at Castle Rock International today, or visit their website for more information about this outstanding local company.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
Time now for our weekly Pause for Pets feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Tonight's featured pet is a sweet dog named Piggy.
Hi, I'm Corley with Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, and animal care coordinator here. And this beautiful girl is Piggy. Say hello, camera. Piggy is just over a year old, and she came to us with her sister as an owner surrender a month or two ago. And while her sister got adopted pretty quick, we still have Piggy, and she is looking for her forever home. Because she's an owner surrender, we know that she gets along great with cats and children, which is really valuable info. Oh, and we do know that she was surrendered not through any fault of hers, but through a living situation issue where they could not keep her, unfortunately. Piggy is a staff favorite here. She is our snuggle bug, and yeah, she would happily spend all day just curled up next to you or in your lap, or just being near anybody who possibly walks by her kennel. She's really quiet girl, and she's very clean, and she loves her stuffies. She knows how to sit and how to lay down, and she's very treat motivated and super smart. So I think she would pick up anything that you want to train her to do. She's just really all over a great dog and would be an amazing addition to any family. Oh, she does get along nicely with other dogs, but honestly, I think the perfect home for her would be where she's the only object of your affection. If you'd like to come meet Piggy, we are open Thursday through Tuesday, 11 till 6, and we would absolutely love for you to meet her.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. What a gorgeous Thursday out there all over North Central Washington. Here's a beautiful look down at the Columbia River heading towards the Wenatchee Valley from our Waterville Sky-Fi Tower camera. I want to point out smoke coming out from parts of the Cascades. There was a lot of that yesterday, a lot on social media, wondering where the smoke is coming from. We talked about this going back to Monday, that the National Forest Service would be conducting some prescribed burns over the next couple of weeks. So we may see some smoke here in the Wenatchee Valley over the next week or so from some more of those controlled burns. So that's where the smoke is coming from. Beautiful weather today, and I'll tell you what, it's going to continue through Friday and through our upcoming weekend. We are going to see sunny skies, light winds tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, highs in the mid to upper 70s each one of those days. And then as we get into Monday, more fall-like weather will be upon us. We'll return to cool, breezy conditions, widespread showers, especially on Monday and into Tuesday, and temperatures will cool. We'll see highs in the low to mid 60s. We'll talk about all of that coming up, but talk about cooler temperatures. This is what we're looking at as we get into Friday, mid 70s into Saturday. Sunday still beautiful as well. And then kind of the bottom falls out of our temperatures. 68 on Monday, 63 for Tuesday, and only around 60 for a high temperature as we get into Wednesday of next week. But in the meantime, enjoy the beautiful weather, and we had a day today. 77 degrees unofficially, our high temperature. That's 10 degrees above 67, which we should be for this time of year. By the way, 79 was our high temperature yesterday, 80 our record today, so we were only 3 degrees away from setting a record high. That was set in 1993, 54 this morning, 46 is your normal low temperature, and 34 our record low, and that was set in 1974. Sun came up this morning at 7:05 and sets tonight at 6:32. All right, let's get you into your Friday temperatures now. Think you're going to like it. Football Friday, it's not really going to feel like football weather. Almost 80 degrees for Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy. We'll see about 78 for a high in Wenatchee tomorrow, 78 for Chelan, 79 up in Omak. Beautiful up in Cashmere and Leavenworth tomorrow with high temperatures of 77 degrees. Tonight we expect clear skies, high pressure still dominating our weather picture. It's not moving out in the Pacific, and it won't for the next couple of days. Clear and mild tonight. We're looking at temperatures generally in the low 50s tonight, so still a little bit above normal. For Friday, look at the entire West Coast and parts of the Midwest and the Plain States, sunny and warm. We're talking high temperatures tomorrow, as we mentioned, generally in the upper 70s. And then kicking off this weekend, boy, I hope you can get outside. It is going to be gorgeous, sunny, unseasonably warm, high temperatures for almost all of us, near 80 degrees on Saturday, and that is just beautiful for early October weather. And then on Sunday, this is what will change our weather pattern. Giant area of low pressure circulating out in the Pacific. A few clouds into western Washington Sunday. We will still be warm here, though, with high temperatures in the upper 70s. And then by the time we get to Monday, that's when things really begin to change. Lots of wind along the West Coast. We're not going to see a whole lot of clouds during the day so much until we get later in the day, and then that band of showers moves our way. A 60% chance of rain on Monday. Much cooler, highs only in the low 60s. For Tuesday, mostly cloudy skies as this area of low pressure continues to push clouds through the Pacific Northwest. 40% chance of rain, highs Tuesday into the mid 60s, and then getting you into your midweek Wednesday, we're looking at partly cloudy skies. Notice high pressure here and a little bit of a ridge beginning to build, and that will come up and over the Pacific Northwest. So that will stabilize our weather a little bit for Wednesday. Just isolated showers with high temperatures then about normal for this time of year into those mid 60s. All right, let's take a look at your 7-day forecast. 53 overnight, 78 sunny Friday right through Sunday, and we're looking at upper 70s, maybe 80 degrees for Saturday, and then much different weather as we get you into Monday. A good chance for rain both Monday and Tuesday. Low to mid 60s with just isolated showers possible on Wednesday. High temperature then of 64. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Hi, I'm Brian Campbell, and I'd be honored to be Wenatchee's next great mayor. I've been called to utilize my collaborative leadership style and broad-based background in finance, public safety, Wenatchee City Council, and community service to unite our small town as one Wenatchee. During our conversations, you've been telling me that you're concerned about the rising crime, cost of living, affordable housing, and homelessness. As mayor, I will be your voice and will work together to implement common sense solutions to these problems.
Paid for by Brian Campbell for mayor.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
Abby's has been around the Pacific Northwest for generations. Yep, our parking lot used to have phone booths, and this amazing hair was considered to be in style. You know what hasn't changed in the past 59 years? Our recipes, hand-rolled dough, and toppings to the edge. That's what makes us legendary. It's back, baby. You asked for it, and Abby's listened.
Bacon.
Bacon.
Cheddar.
Yep, this amazing pizza is on sale for a very limited time. Hurry in or order at abbys.com. Your taste buds and family will thank you.
Hi, this is Eric Grandstrom, the NCWLIFE Channel Sports Director. While the teams are working hard, we're working hard to bring you 20 broadcasts this fall.
Over the middle, the ball is caught, and just like that, gets through everybody.
It's Eastmont.
To the end zone. Touchdown, Eastmont.
It's Wenatchee.
10-5. Touchdown.
Even Cashmere.
Killed by Nell. It's in. Good maneuver. Red footed. Go, 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 go.
Right here on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel. Less than 2 weeks into the Western Hockey League season, the Wenatchee Wild's coach has been suspended indefinitely. Following an independent investigation, Western Hockey League has suspended coach Kevin Constantine for violating the league's standard of conduct policies. According to a release from the WHL, Constantine made derogatory comments of a discriminatory nature. Now, should Constantine wish to return to coaching in the Western Hockey League, he'll be required to formally ask for reinstatement to the WHL commissioner. Constantine will not be eligible to apply for reinstatement until July of 2025 at the earliest. Here's what the WHL Commissioner Ron Robinson had to say, quote, "The WHL holds our players and staff to a very high standard of conduct at all times. We have extensive programming which emphasizes the importance of always treating players and staff in a respectful manner, and there is zero tolerance for any comments of derogatory nature," end quote. Constantine was suspended September 24th after the WHL's independent reporting channel received a complaint regarding his conduct, and the WHL's Independent Player Advisory Council began its investigation. NCWLIFE has reached out to the Wenatchee Wild for a comment and its plans moving forward. Associate head coach Chris Clark has taken over the reins since Constantine's suspension. We have yet to hear from the Wenatchee Wild. It was a case of two and done for Major League Baseball's wild card playoff series. All four series lasted just 2 games in the first round of the playoffs, with 2 lower seeds and 2 higher seeds advancing. Adolis Garcia and Evan Carter each homered in a 4-run 4th inning for Texas as the Rangers brought down Tampa Bay 7-1. Josh Young also had an RBI triple in the 4th inning and finished 3 for 4 with 2 runs for Texas, who swept the Rays in 2 games. Sonny Gray and 5 relievers combined to hold Toronto scoreless on 6 hits while striking out 12 Blue Jays in Minnesota's 2-0 win in Game 2. The Twins' runs came on Carlos Correa's RBI single and Will Castro's grounder into a double play in the 4th inning. For the second day in a row, Arizona overcame an early deficit to come back and beat Milwaukee 5-2. Former Mariner top prospect Ketel Marte started a 4-run rally with a 2-run single in the top of the 6th for the Diamondbacks. Aaron Nola pitched 7 innings of 3-hit shutout ball, while Bryson Scott hit a grand slam home run for Philadelphia as the Phillies punched their ticket to the NLDS with a 7-1 win over Miami. Teams will have a few days off before the American League and National League Division Series begin on Saturday. The only game we have a time for as of now is Texas and Baltimore. That'll be at 1 o'clock Saturday on Fox and FS1. The other ALDS features Minnesota at Houston. NLDS pits Philadelphia at Atlanta, while the Dodgers host the Diamondbacks. Well, the spotlight will shine brightly on Washington State's football team this Saturday in the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. While the Huskies and Eagles have a bye, the 13th-ranked Cougars will face 3-1 and unranked UCLA. Coach Jake Dickert says he was busy flying all over the country during the bye week.
Yeah, so, through Wednesday we were here. We had great preparation, and then I spent a lot of time on planes. I did the longest trip. I'm a big believer. I'm taking some stress off the staff so to get to some areas that we won't be able to get to in December when we get rolling. And I was in Tampa, had an amazing grouper sandwich. Okay, then I made my way to Fort Lauderdale, this Cuban sandwich. I don't know what bread it was on, but it was phenomenal. I'm just really nicely pressed. And then Memphis, I had some barbecue. So I was traveling a long ways and got back on Saturday afternoon.
Dickert says the Bruins will provide quite a challenge for his 4-0 Cougars coming up Saturday.
Well, I think UCLA, obviously both teams coming off a bye week, so 4 games into an early season. I have not seen a bigger, longer defense in a long time. You know, these guys are long and have great length, and they're attacking, and they're playing tremendously on that side of the ball. I mean, it is impressive to watch their physicality. The Latu kid is a problem. Most people have him in the top half of the first round. And then 53, when the Hawaii contingent was here, they used to talk about this kid. He is physical, he is downhill, he is aggressive. You know, so I think they're playing with supreme confidence on that side of the ball, and it's shown as one of the best defenses in our league. So it'll present a big challenge, especially up front, and how much they want to blitz. You know, then on offense, obviously Coach Kelly is well known on that side of the ball. Been a little bit different at the quarterback position, been playing a bunch of different guys. We'll see who they really kind of settle on as they keep going. They got a great receiver on the outside and very unique schemes. I mean, very unique schemes. And week to week changes quite a bit. And I think it's well documented how hard it is to go down in LA and win, and how hard it will be in general winning in this league on the road. And I think anytime you can go somewhere else and you get that win, I mean, you celebrate the mess out of that. So that'll be the challenge this week. Obviously, a lot of our players playing in front of family and friends, which I think is awesome. But that comes with different types of noise, and we need to really narrow the scope of our focus this week and what we need to do to win games.
Now, besides football, Coach Dickert and the entire university are supporting Student Athlete Mental Health Week and Helinski's Hope Foundation. Tyler Helinski was a quarterback at WSU who committed suicide in 2018. Coach Dickert says they'll be wearing a special patch this week in honor of Tyler and supporting mental health.
I think it's really important. I said this the other day. I don't think we realize how much stress is on 18 to 23-year-old kids. Okay, and I say kids, young people, from social media to the pressures of their environment to playing at the next level, and just making sure our guys understand that there's an open door, whether it's an open door to the head coach, to the assistant coach, to the trainer, to our sports psychologist, to our counselor. To there's avenues to make sure. I'm making sure our young men understand it's about seeking those avenues and getting help. Okay, and we look at it as a strength. Okay, we really do look at it as a strength around here. And it starts with me and how we talk about it and how we provide avenues to all of our student athletes. But I mean it. You know, the pressures on these kids are real. And that comes with a lot of things that I never had to deal with, right? So the more we bring awareness to it, the more we show our support of our student athletes, I think the more we break down that stigma is that it's just happening to you. The stats say 18 to 23-year-old kids, you know, suicidal thoughts, I mean, sometimes you research it in college students, it's upward of 40 to 50%, right? So it's a real issue that we're all dealing with, and we got to be able to deal with it together. So I think bringing awareness to it is really special, but it isn't just one day or 1 week. It's showing support for our student athletes 365 days a year.
Saturday's game kicks off at noon. It'll be on the Pac-12 network. Meanwhile, Central Washington has a home game Saturday night against Eastern New Mexico. Kickoff at Tomlinson Stadium is set for 6 o'clock. Checking the prep schedule for today around North Central Washington. Wenatchee celebrates its senior swimmers at the James Elwin Aquatic Center. That's already underway as the Panthers entertain Eisenhower and Davis. We're talking swimming here. Moses Lake is on the road, meanwhile, at Lions Pool in Yakima to face West Valley. There are 7 soccer matches on the pitch today, starting with 4 that are already underway. Pateras traveling to Tonasket, Oroville hosting Brewster, Manson's on the road at Okanagan, Omak hosts Chelan. Later at 6, it's Bridgeport Liberty Bell, while Quincy hosts Cascade, and Ephrata is at Sela. Busy day for B volleyball beginning right now as Moses Lake Christian hosts Easton. Soap Lake visits Pateras. The 6:30 matches have Lake Roosevelt at Okanagan, Brewster's hosting Liberty Bell, Oroville's at Manson, and Tonasket takes on Bridgeport. Caribou Trail League volleyball has Chelan at Omak, while Cashmere is hosting Quincy. In CWAC play, Ephrata hosts Ellensburg coming up at 6:30, and the Big 9 tonight at 7. It's Wenatchee at Eastmont, and Moses Lake traveling to Eisenhower. We'll be at Wildcat Stadium tomorrow night for Big 9 football here on the NCWLIFE channel as Eastmont plays host to West Valley. Grant Olson and Paul Collard will have the pregame starting at 6:30 with kickoff slated for 7. You can watch the game on our TV station or stream live on our website and our Facebook page. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Thursday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at NCWLIFE.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@NCWLIFE.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us and have a great night.